What if a creature could take the form of anyone or anything it desires, blurring the line between man and beast? The Skinwalker, a terrifying figure from Native American legend, is said to possess this dark power. But is it just a story, or is there something more sinister lurking in the shadows? Tonight we dive into the chilling world of Skinwalkers. Welcome to the Fear Files narratives, where we explore the world's most terrifying creatures, legends, and the mysteries that surround them. In today's episode, we'll uncover the truth behind the Skinwalker, an infamous figure in Navajo culture known for its ability to shapeshift into animals and even other people. But the truth behind these beings may be darker than any legend. In previous episodes, we explored the terrifying Mothman, a creature associated with disasters and eerie sightings. But today's creature is something entirely different. Unlike the Mothman, which haunts from a distance, the Skinwalker can be among us, masquerading as an animal or even someone you know. But how does one become a Skinwalker, and what drives someone to commit the dark acts required to gain such powers? And are the stories surrounding these shapeshifters based on myth, or could there be truth hidden within? Stay with me as we dive deeper into the terrifying lore of the Skinwalker. To understand the Skinwalker, we must first look into the deeply rooted cultural and spiritual beliefs of the Navajo people, one of the largest Native American tribes in the United States. Among the Navajo, the Skinwalker is known as a Yi-Nailed-Lushi. Pardon my pronunciation since I am no expert in the Native American language, which translates to "with it, he goes on all fours." But the Skinwalker is not just any supernatural being. It is a human witch who has chosen the path of evil to acquire the darkest of powers. According to Navajo tradition, a person becomes a Skinwalker by engaging in forbidden practices, primarily the act of murder. Specifically, they are required to kill a close relative, an act so heinous that it forever severs their ties to humanity and binds them to a life of dark magic. Once they've committed this terrible deed, they are believed to possess the power to transform into any animal they choose, typically coyotes, wolves, foxes, and sometimes owls. These animals are not just chosen randomly. They symbolize trickery, death, and darkness in Navajo beliefs. But the Skinwalker's abilities don't end at mere shape-shifting. Navajo lore suggests that these beings can also imitate voices, control the thoughts and actions of others, and bring disease and misfortune upon their enemies. What makes them especially terrifying is their cunning intelligence and their capacity to blend in unnoticed among the animals of the desert, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The concept of the Skinwalker is deeply ingrained in Navajo culture, and it's one of the most feared supernatural entities. The Navajo are extremely cautious when it comes to discussing Skinwalkers, often fearing that speaking of them openly could attract their attention. For many, Skinwalkers are not just a tale to scare children. They are an ever-present danger that must be respected and avoided. Over the centuries, stories of Skinwalker encounters have circulated widely across the southwestern United States, but they remain most feared among the Navajo people themselves. The Skinwalker is not a mere ghost or spirit. It is someone who was once human, who consciously chose to turn their back on all that is good to embrace a life of darkness and deception. Many Navajo people refuse to speak openly about Skinwalkers, fearing they might draw their attention. But for those who have encountered them, the stories are chilling. There have been reports of Skinwalkers chasing cars across the desert, running at unnatural speeds. Others claim they've seen human figures transform into animals right before their eyes. One particularly haunting story tells of a family who moved to a ranch in the Utah desert. Soon after, strange occurrences began, animals being mutilated, mysterious footsteps outside at night, and shadows lurking just out of sight. Could these be the work of a Skinwalker, or is there something even more sinister at play? The story of the Skinwalker Ranch is a famous, or rather, infamous one. If you would like me to cover that story in depth, please tell me in the comment section below, or if you have any other topics related to the supernatural. Skeptics argue that Skinwalker encounters could simply be cases of misidentification, wild animals mistaken for something more supernatural, or a trick of the mind when fear takes over. But paranormal researchers and local Navajo communities suggest otherwise. According to some witnesses, Skinwalkers are not just physical beings, but can also possess others, controlling them from a distance. There have even been reports of Skinwalkers using curses or bringing sickness upon those they wish to harm, suggesting that their powers are far more than just shape-shifting. Could it be that Skinwalkers are tapping into a power beyond our understanding? But here's where things get even more terrifying. Sightings of Skinwalkers have been reported outside of Navajo territory in places like Utah, Arizona, and even beyond the US border. Could it be that these shapeshifters are moving beyond their traditional lands? And what exactly do they want? In episode 2 of Skinwalkers, we'll explore the chilling connection between Skinwalkers and other shape-shifting myths around the world. Are these creatures part of a larger, more ancient evil? Subscribe and stay tuned for the next chapter in the terrifying tale of the Skinwalker. In our last episode, we uncovered the mystery of the Mothman, a creature whose eerie presence seems tied to looming disasters. Its glowing red eyes and ominous sightings have haunted witnesses for decades. But while the Mothman is known for watching from afar, what if there were creatures that could get much closer? Far more dangerously close. Even more unnerving than the Mothman, there is another legend that sends chills down your spine. The black-eyed children. They don't fly or shape-shift, but their piercing black eyes, blank stares, and unexpected knocks on doors have left many frozen with terror. What are they really after, and why do their appearances always seem to lead to tragedy? In the next episode, we'll delve into the disturbing world of the black-eyed children, exploring their strange encounters, terrifying real-life stories, and the chilling mystery behind their dark, soulless eyes. Some say, once you meet them, nothing is ever the same again. Is it just another urban legend, or could these sinister children be more real than we think? Got any stories you would like to share about the black-eyed children? If so, share it in the comment section below. The best ones will be pinned. If you're fascinated by stories of shapeshifters, witches, and otherworldly beings, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. And while you're here, check out our last episode on the Mothman, a creature linked to disasters and eerie sightings. Thanks for watching the Fear Files narratives. And remember, some stories are more than just legends.